Be prepared for an authentically Mexican experience. We're gonna find delicious food and just about anything that you can get in here. So without further ado, let's dive right in. I'm excited to share this experience of eating at a traditional Mexican market with you. Let's see what delicious eats we can find.
My one regret is that I have but one stomach to put more of these delicious tacos into.
This is such a big market. Like, you can really just get lost in its depths. It really is like its own separate little world. You can get some food here. So actually we're coming up on the area where you can eat here at the mercado. I am actually super hungry. I've been rambling and roving my way across Guadalajara, and I am looking for a traditional birria. So this is a very traditional Mexican dish here, specifically from Jalisco. Oh my god, those look insanely good. Tortas. You have your tortas, you have your birria. So birria is this very traditional dish here in Jalisco, which is made from goat meat, wrapped in, which is seasoned and then wrapped in banana leaves and then steamed like over long hours. So it ends up being this very soft, juicy meat cut. So we're gonna look for some of that and then maybe have a torta. I don't know, I just want to have everything really. So Latin American mercados can be a very gritty experience, but also very immersive. You get all kinds of very unique goodies here, flavors, authentic food, and all on the cheap, for the most part. So we're going up to the second floor now. Wow, this is a food market. This is a real food market. Look at this. You can get anything your stomach desires here. Your heart and maybe your liver will probably hate you for it though. This mercado is absolutely batshit insane. This is so big. How can I describe the amount of smells, sounds, sights you are receiving at once? It's hard to transmit on video. And panoramic views of it. There we go. How can you even start to choose any one of these places? There are so many of them. So many. Oh my god, I really have to try like 2 or 3 different things. So, okay, so I got recommended El Palenque for its birria, so I can show you guys. But then I also want some tortas. And then I also want some like street sushi. It's probably a bad idea. It actually looks really good. Oh my god, just so much. There's almost like a light smoke in the air, like a haze from all the cooking oils, all the different recipes and dishes getting cooked here. This has got to be, I mean, even for Mexico, one of the most surreal markets to visit. Okay, so I just asked for fried birria tacos. So they're getting the pan ready, especially for me. So we're getting one birria taco here. It's a pretty big tortilla, and you can see it right here, already prepared, seasoned, both meats. This is actually pretty exciting because this is a very, very typical dish here. I'm very excited to try this, and I'm so hungry, so I can't wait to eat this. So what they do is, this is the birria broth. So a lot of the fat ends up melting down in the cooking process, and that's what they use to fry it here on the pan. It's gonna be so, so good. You can make all kinds of stuff with it. You can eat it as a dish itself. You can make tacos. You can make sandwiches, birria sandwiches. Like, you can have them fried, which are really, really good. So it's like tons and tons of different things that you can do, just like this. Okay, so I just found out that they have tepache here, and I could not resist getting a glass of it. So what is tepache? Tepache is basically the Mexican kombucha. It's pineapple juice that's fermented using the outer rinds of the pineapple itself, which have natural yeasts. So they leave it in there until it ferments. Slightly alcoholic, but it's so, so good for you. It's a really, really traditional, healthy Mexican drink. I cannot believe I stumbled on it right here at the birria itself. We just got our tepache here, so let's give this a try. Bottoms up. It is just so sweet and tangy with a very light fermented taste, but not too bad. You know, like not too much. Well balanced between like the fermented taste, the tanginess, and the sweetness, the sugars that are left inside. But this is so good. Gracias. A tu salud. Gracias. So this is our consomme. This is the actual birria broth from which the birria is made. So it's very traditional to get it alongside your taco. And we have officially gotten our birria taco. This is 60 pesos, so more or less like $3. $4, a little bit expensive, I mean, comparing taco prices, but look at this, it's a monster. This is probably gonna be its own meal. I am so excited to try this. Right, let's go. Alright, so let's try the fruits of our labors. Down the hatch. Wish me luck. I'll probably need it. It's so blasted juicy. It's so good. Oh my god. I don't even need to put broth in it or anything. Tastes just like Jalisco. You really just have to keep working at it. It's just so much, and it's so good. Once you pop, you can't stop, kind of thing, you know?
Oh wow, I just tried this salsa. Man, is that strong. Remember guys, there's an art and a secret to eating a taco. Hold it by the back so that everything gets pushed out the front, right into your mouth. I don't want my love affair with birria to ever end. So I am still nursing down the tepache. It's just so good. That was an insane taco. Just one really tied me off, probably for the rest of the afternoon. I really want to have there are just so many things to have here. It's impossible to try them all in one go. You have to do consecutive visits here. Very traditional market, just absolutely amazing. I was blown away by those flavors, by the juiciness of the birria. Such a delicious recipe.
No viene a Jalisco a comer torta ahogada, no vino a comer como una buena jericaya.
Perfecto. So here in Jalisco, tortas ahogadas are a very typical dish. So it's a regular torta like the ones we saw downstairs, only it's smothered and drowned in salsa. That's why it's called ahogada, which ahogada means drowned. So it's a torta, like a carnita sandwich, which is drowned in salsa. And we are out of the market and back out into just like city air, you know, some fresh city air. This was a crazy experience. You guys really can't miss out on this incredible, authentic, very gritty, very real Mexican experience. Today we are rambling and roving our way through Sayulita once more. So now we're going to be exploring some of these other nooks and crannies and starting off with getting breakfast or lunch, because it's actually lunchtime. And I have just the place to try out some local food, some delicious fish tacos, and that I want to show you. There are just so many little places to buy food here in Sayulita, like snacks. It is a bit on the international side, like you have a little bit of everything, but you cannot miss out on the Mexican. So this is the spot I'm talking about. Here there is very local spot. ¿Qué onda? Provecho, provecho. Gracias. So these are amazing fish tacos.
De tomar tenemos agua de maracuyá, jamaica y coca.
Un agua de maracuyá, por favor.
¿Chica o grande?
Chica.
Okay.
And you can also not go wrong with some delicious fresh maracuya water. Ice cold. So a very common dish here, gracias, in the Mexican Pacific coast are breaded shrimp or fish tacos. These are very common here and just absolutely delicious. You cannot visit this whole region without having a taste of, well, the ocean here.
Agua de maracuyá, jamaica. Sí, ahorita.
Okay, muchachos. A little bit of lime. Ready to go down the hatch. Let's give this a try. I have no way of knowing whether this is the fish or the shrimp, but we'll know in due course.
¿Tienes también mayonesa?
This is an amazing way of getting your veggies in for the day. Just look at that. I have to say, shrimp was always made to end up on a taco like this. Now, let's go in for that fish taco. Put a bit of onion on it. Remember guys, if it closes, it's not a taco.
Dos platos iguales de dos de pescado y dos de camarón.
My one regret is that I have but one stomach to put more of these delicious tacos into. I am just absolutely stuffed. That was so good.
I have a special treat for you. We are in a small town here in Tequila country, and we are going to the market to sample some of the treats that you can buy here. We're gonna sample some authentic Mexican food so you guys can see how it looks like straight from the source. For the past few days, I've been traveling off the beaten path in the Jalisco hinterlands in central Mexico, in a small town called Autlán. This is Tequila country, where the fields abound with the blue maguey meant to produce Mexico's most famous drink, and a very fertile land where everything grows beneath the hot Mexican sun. The cuisine here in the state of Jalisco is quite diverse and heavily influenced by the traditions of the Pacific coast. Lots of seafood, flavorful chilies, and unique ways to prepare and eat classic Mexican recipes. The markets in this region abound with all kinds of goodies to satisfy even the most ardent of foodies. Everything from exotic fruits and traditional Mexican dishes to sweetbreads and desserts. Let's get started. This is our first meal of the day. So we are having shrimp and fish tacos done in the style of the Mexican Pacific. So these are very traditional here in the Jalisco hinterland, especially here in Tequila country, where you can sample some of the delicious seafood even if you are a little bit inland. So let's try this. Let's see if I can do this one-handed. Here goes nothing. Wow. So good. Fish just tastes so fresh. And with all the added veggies, it's a complete meal. I'm so glad I only asked for 2 instead of 3, because this is gonna be pretty filling and have a hard time sampling other things. I'm gonna make an effort for you guys. Something else that is remarkable about the tacos here is that the tortilla just does not fall apart despite having maybe a quarter pound worth of fish on it. It is so good. It really feels like a pretty meaty tortilla. Very, very authentic. Very much the traditional way of making tortillas here in Mexico. Not like the commercial brands that you can find nowadays everywhere in the supermarkets. These are authentic, freshly baked, handmade tortillas. That fish taco put up a real fight going in. And now we're going for round 2. This shrimp taco. As you can see, this taco is heavily breaded, so let's give it a try.
shrimp were just made for living in a taco before they get eaten. This is so good. And the sweet tanginess of the lime that we put on it and the salsa is so good too. I have no idea how I'm doing this one-handed. Sadly, that is all that remains of those delicious tacos. So good. The Mexican Pacific Coast really is renowned and world famous for its amazing seafood. This amazing blend of seafood and what people traditionally think of as Mexican cuisine. You can't miss it if you're here visiting Jalisco or visiting somewhere along the coast. Thank you for sharing in these moments with me. I really thought I wasn't gonna get out of there alive, you know, from eating like so much. Remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel. It really keeps us growing this amazing community of ramblers and rovers just like you, and bringing you amazing travel content from all over the world, including some of these delicious foods. So until our next adventures, catch you later amigos. Keep on rambling and roving. Adios.